In our latest flash briefing, Alexa now protects your privacy better than before. And we put a special focus in this edition on VEO, Voice Engine Optimization.
Welcome, everyone. As Anna mentions, this edition is especially valuable and will give you a practical, competitive advantage. I'm your host, Paul Fleming, coming to you as always from Barcelona. Shall we begin?
The following content is brought to you by Derby Hotels Collection. Luxury experiences in Paris, London, Barcelona and Madrid. Enjoy a special 10% discount with the code BVAlexa at derbyhotels.com. Well, for starters, Paul, you have me very curious. Just how does Alexa protect my privacy better now?
If you go to the Alexa privacy section in your settings, either on the web or using the app, you can now enable Alexa to delete conversations. Just toggle the Enable button to activate voice deletion. From that point on, you can simply say, "Hey Alexa, delete everything I said today, or this week, or this month," and it will be erased from your activity log.
Nice, so easy. That will create much more confidence. Does Google Home permit something similar?
For Google Home, actually we're talking about quite a few more clicks. We put links on our blog to guide our listeners through these steps. Just look for the post related to this flash briefing, which is number 9 by the way, at blog.bevirtual.com. You'll find all such posts in the Alexa briefing section.
So now, let's move to today's key focus, voice search. When you spoke in Sweden last week about voice marketing, you could see that companies are worried.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, really they should be. This major paradigm shift is changing SEO dramatically. As many listeners will remember, we did talk about this change, this paradigm shift in flash briefing number 7.
Correct. So how can our listeners prepare for the new SEO, or as you say, VEO?
As you can well imagine, Anna, there is a lot of information on this. Just to be brief, I'll mention 3 main points here. Number 1, snippets. Number 2, conversational structures in your SEO. And number 3, new parameters.
Okay, you already caught my attention. What is a snippet?
Snippets are the answers to a search question that we now see at the top of a page. And by the way, more than 40% of current voice search answers come from snippets. So if I were to type, quote, "How will voice affect SEO?" unquote, I will usually see a brief paragraph with the best answer that Google recommends on a page, along with a link to the source article. And if I were to ask this question directly to a voice assistant, such as Google Home, Bixby, or Alexa, the snippet's answer would be spoken right back at me.
Sometimes I have even seen photos in the snippet, or a series of questions below.
Yes, that's true. Many times in a box just below a snippet titled "People Also Ask," you'll find 4 or 5 questions just like facts, like, frequently asked questions that offer additional answers.
So how can my brand or company create the snippets? What's some called position 0?
Well, first of all, it's an organic process because being showcased in a snippet at this particular moment in time as the best possible answer is a matter of optimizing your SEO in a new way. That takes us to our second tip.
Is that what you meant by conversational structures?
Sí, señorita. Yes, Voice Engine Optimization, VEO, does consist in creating content in new ways. In 2013, Google released the Hummingbird algorithm update, which began to emphasize NLP, or natural language processing.
You mean the way real-life people speak?
Exactly, Anna. The result is that search engines, Bing included, now look for longer sentences with more words. Not just 3 keywords, but up to 10 words in much more fluid phrases. In fact, when creating content for the new SEO, it's best to include a structure based on questions and answers. And here's a hot tip. Any questions in any title should be placed within an H2 tag. This one's for the geeks and the nerds.
Paul, you just mentioned Bing as a search engine. Is that even relevant?
Yeah, anyone listening to us who might have Microsoft stock should be getting ready to get very happy, because Bing is currently the source of 75% of voice searches. It's used by Apple's Siri, Microsoft's Cortana, and our own beloved Alexa.
Wow, that surprised me about Bing. Our final tip seems a bit more technical.
It is. Actually, it's a bit nerdy, but it's exciting, Anna, because we now have new instructions that programmers can put into their code to highlight spoken text. One example is a speakable parameter that can be inserted into code, CSSs, and elsewhere. This property serves to indicate the parts most likely to be generally useful for speech.
I'm hoping the techies out there are following you. At any rate, we have practical resources about this at blog.bevirtual.com, right?
Perfect. Yes, that's right, Anna, as always. So, I guess my final meta tag here is going to be open tag, adios, close tag. That is goodbye until next time. Thanks to all of our faithful listeners from here in Europe, as well as all around the world.
This flash briefing is brought to you several times a month by Barcelona Virtual, a European internet pioneer. To visit us, type the letter B together with virtual.com. That's bvirtual.com.